sure if you can hear it, but it's very windy and I hate it. Today we are going to have to look at this, how wet it is here. We're going to have to replace the radiator. It's in here, the radiator, and it's leaking here on that side. So we need to make a few adjustments here, take stuff out. Yeah, then we have here a plastic cover. This piece here, this whole plastic piece has to come out. There's those little clips in here, they all have to come out. We need to remove those two plastic pieces, this one and this plastic piece here. So when we do that, we can remove this piece, what is going across this cross member of the top, and that makes it easier then to get to the radiator itself. So now I have this plastic removed here, and we can see more things, right? How the lights are mounted down here. That goes together, and then this piece here, you just have to pull it up. It is in here like this, and you can pull this back enough to get to those screws behind here. 1, 2, 3. Down there is stuff. You can just take that all off. Yeah. And yeah. That's how that goes. This piece off. There's another of those clips here to have this fixed on. So for the water, this is the windshield wiper fluid. There's a big plug in here. We have it right here. I'm going to drop that. That goes in here. That goes to the side, and then we just take here the end cover off, and so that we can take this big stuff up front here out. This comes off easy. There. It goes. You see that? To take off. Sometimes with sunglasses it's not so good to see. This is the tap. There was the tap. Look at that. And there's down here one of those. So when we go up with this here, that doesn't get wet. Here we can take the hose off. It's not very warm though. Put this to the side. So, what did I do so far? I took off this cable here for the opener. It's laying over here. This screw came out there. Then those two here. Underneath, down there, is a hole. The same happens here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One up here, 4. And now the only thing that's missing is this one here and there. So those two I'm gonna loosen first with 1, 2 like this here. I don't know. This is easy to see here. this way. You know? There's one here. One goes in here. Just loosen it a little. Okay. Got that. Then I use this one here. Without dropping the screw. It's one of my goals. Don't want to drop the screw. Here, there it is. Super long one. I do the same here on this side. There. Get the screw out. Woohoo, there it is. Now this piece should be lubed. It'll be not fixed anymore, other than the wires for the horns. Let's see if I can do it here. It comes up here. Pull those off here. And there they are off. Oh. Over here. The wires for the horns. Clips out here. And here. This. That's how we look at it. So in the radiator is like this plug in here, and that's where you can release the fluid. What are we doing right now? Sorry for the mess here. So we have left only the radiator for the air condition that sits on top of the real radiator. The real radiator is out, and when we put it back in we have to be extremely careful to not damage it. So we have to put it in smooth and easy. Do not get involved in this piece here, so don't scratch it up on here or poke this into the radiator. Down there we have to be careful. There, those clamps have to go in. This is metal here, a metal bracket, so don't get into this. Stay clear of those wires. Slowly down there, and there's two hooks on the two metal tray, plastic trays that where this thing sits on, so don't poke them in there. I'm going to try to show this as easy as possible and how to do this. You have to lift this one up. This one has to go up in the radiator and then goes underneath. So that's what we have to take an account. Came in here like this, loose, you know, and then you have to put it back like that. So that was a little tricky to hook it up in there and then in there. So first you hook it up down there in that corner, then in that corner, then you hook it up over here, and then next step over here. That goes in there all the way. Clipped in, and then we're fine. Now we have to put the fan back in and the hoses back on and fill up water. So now we have to put the fan shout in there. That's a whole nother story. For that we need to be up a little to get the good up here. Everything. What we can do now is get the most important thing back on is this wire here to get the fan reconnected. That's super important. This stuff, I think just the wire through here. The harness, a zip tie came through there, and then up here we need this tool again, this one here, to get this one reconnected. And I go in here, here. There, and then it goes in here. Oh, there's already water spitting out. It's gonna be good. When I go there, there it is. It goes back in the exact same position as it was before. Okay. Now my plan is to replace this thing too next time. Just don't have the thing here. So this looks good. And then we need to connect the other one. This one here. It says engine on here, radiator on there. So while we have all this back in here now, we need to put this bar back here in the middle, and then we need to make sure that we connect all those hoses right. That's our next step. Let me put my camera back here again. So when we put this in, we make sure that we don't scratch anything with the horns, that we don't get into the radiator with it, and we make sure that the rubber mounts left and right, that they go into those holes. That's what we have to look for. And then it goes basically straight down. You know? Put this thing here. I don't know how to see. There it goes over. Ha. Man. I don't know if you can see this here, there. So when I fill in the new fluid, the thing is, we're going to top this off. Here it's completely dry. We top this off, and we have to open this screw here with the screwdriver. Here, and wait for water to come out. Okay, there's a little rubber gasket there, and water will come out to the side. So this is going to let the air out. You may see that. that comes out of there. See that? When that happens, you turn this off. So now there's no air in here. We can now top off all the way. There. Sorry. You can see that this thing goes back in there. Is this going on? Oh. There we go. This is all the way on. Hooked up here in the middle. You have to check if it leaks anywhere there. Here we have to go back on. Put the plug back in. So there is still air in it. Yeah? You can tell. This has to open and go down in pressure. See, now I'm accelerating it, and all of a sudden the temperature goes down. That means that the water, the thermostat just opened. Well, it should also get hot in here. I have very hot air in here. Heating up the car. Now in the winter it's a little difficult sometimes to, you know, to get this thing heated up right. My check engine is on because I did disconnect the air temperature from the intake. So we just plugged that back in. With the next ignition cycle it should go away. Where is it? Here. There. Oh, that looks good. So we see our fluid there, the fluid level. We memorize that and check on it back later when the car cools down. Let's see. So this is going to run okay now. We have a new thing here. And then it has to dry first. But it's nowhere leaking, so it's good.